Story of Rendercella. Once upon a time, in a corn country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Rendercella. Now, Rendercella lived with her muggly other and two sad bisters. Also, in the same corn country, there was a pransome hens. Now, this pransome hens was going to have a bancy fall, and he invited the people from Riles a Mound, especially the pitch reaple. Now, Rendercella's muggly other and her two sad blisters, they went out to buy some drancy fesses to wear to this bancy fall. But Rendercella couldn't go because all she had to wear were some old wordy dags. So finally, the night of the bancy fall arrived, and Rendercella couldn't go. So she just cat down and shried. And she was kitten there shrine when all at once there appeared before her Gary Mudfather, and he touched her with this wagic mond, and there appeared before her a sig, boch, and hicks white sources to take her to the bancy fall. But he said, "Now, Rendercella, you be sure and be home before midnight, or I'll purn you into a tumpkin." When Rendercella arrived at the bancy fall, this pransome hens met her at the door because he had been watching all this time behind a wooden window. And Rendercella and that pransome hens nanced all dight, and they lell and fuv. And all at once the mid-clock struck night, and Rendercella staced down and rares, and just as she beached the rodham, she slopped her dripper. So the next day this pransome hens went all over this corn country, looking for the beautiful burl who had slopped her dripper. Finally he came to Rendercella's house. Now he tried it on her muggly other, and it fidden dit. Then he tried it on her two sigly usters, and it fidden dit. Then he tried it on Rendercella, and it fid dit. It was exactly the sight rise. So they got married and lived heavily after hapwards. Now the storal of the story is this: if you go to a bancy fall and you want to have a pransome hens lull and fuv with you, don't forget to slop your dripper.